I'm shifting so fast, dude. What up, YouTube? We are back here with another video, and today we are installing a new part on the M3. If you can see by the title of the video, this is what we have to install. This is a IRP style chassis mount shifter from Alibaba. I'll put the link to it down below in the description, but I think it was like $100 something. It wasn't that much at all. And there's no videos on how to install this on a F80 chassis or anything like that. So hopefully this helps out a lot of people who go this route. I think I have a good idea of what I'm doing. So yeah, we're just gonna dive right into it. Also, from the last video, I rearranged the garage a little bit, so it seems a little bit more spacious in here. I kind of like this layout a little bit better because I have more space to like put things against the wall and whatnot. Before, when this toolbox was over here, kind of pushed everything forward over here and left me with limited space on each side. But this is way better. But enough yapping. First things first, I got to get this thing onto jack stands because we are going to pull off the exhaust, pull off the drive shaft, pull off all the heat shielding that's between the drive shaft and the exhaust. And then after that, we'll move on into the interior and pull out all of that stuff. Hopefully the audio is not capturing the music in the background, but this is where I'm at so far. We dropped the mid pipe out, all the shielding out, got all that stuff on the ground over there. And now we just have to drop the drive shaft, get a jack underneath the trans and drop the trans mounts so I can have more room to access everything right above. I think right where my finger's pointing right here is where the shifter assembly is. So that'll give us way better access to everything. All right, so my little headlamp died, so I decided to move on into the interior. To remove this piece right here, you simply just use little pry tools on the edges and whatnot, pry it up. Very simple to get that out. And then for this thing over here, there is a Torx right here, one that like kind of goes to the cup holder. I don't think you really have to take that one off, but actually, yeah, you do if you want to take this thing off. And then underneath the like drive mode select buttons, there's also another Torx over here. You just put your finger over here, hit on the clip, and then pull up on the like the drive mode stuff, and it comes right out. And then yeah, it reveals the other Torx bit right here, and then you kind of just pry everything up and then pull it towards you, and it should come right out. But now we are moving on to actually getting this boot off and everything and seeing what's going on down here. All right, this is where we're at now. Got the shifter out. That was a pain. We got the center console all loose. A couple 10mm bolts all around. Not too hard. Use a little pry tool to get this little back panel out. But now we're going to go ahead and go underneath and remove this thing. So what I ended up doing was using a mallet and hitting the top of that bracket there where I'm kind of pointing. And it came out of the little bushing area in the back, and then after that just removed the pins and pulled it right out. Another little update for you guys. So I've been sitting here mocking stuff up, messing with things, and this right here is a little too thick, so I'm going to have to sand it down a little bit to get it the piece to fit over. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This right here. So that rod slides through this bearing right here, and that is slightly too big, like very little. So I got some sandpaper and I'm going to start sanding that down so it can slide on smoother and be a nice perfect snug fit. Now the other thing was the cup holders. That was another concern that I had. So right here on yours there will be like a thing right here, and it'll be mounting, this would be mounted right here, right? So I took this off, broke all that shit off, and it seems to fit pretty well. I won't know until it's like all finalized and bolted down, but it seems to be clear. It seems to be okay. So that is kind of where I'm at right now. Yeah, I need to get that sanded down so I could slip it onto there, get the shifter in its final position, and start marking holes to drill through, drill the holes, nut and bolt the shifter plate down, and then yeah, put everything back together, and we'll be able to roll through gears and see how this thing freaking feels like. Where we left off, but the shifter is mounted up. Now another issue here, this is too wide to sit on that properly and to use the clip at the end. So what I ended up doing was getting two 14s. Let me walk over to the vise over here. This has been a pain. I don't even know how long I've been at this, but two 14s, stuck this right in the middle like this, and I pushed these bearings in even more. So hopefully I can slide the clip on after that. If not, then I will have to grind down both sides. So it ended up working out, but it was a very, very tight snug fit. I had to like hammer the clip on. So if you are going to buy this, make sure to push those bearings in and then definitely grind down either one of the sides to make that clip go on easier. So yeah, this is what happens when you buy Alibaba parts. All right, it's been a while since I picked up the camera. I think it's been 5 hours since I've started. And here we go, guys. It is in. Check it out. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Press down here. Reverse. It feels pretty good. And I still have to button up everything underneath the car. But interior-wise, it's all done. And yeah, I don't think I would ever do this again. This freaking sucked. But I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Go for a little drive after I button everything up, and hopefully it goes into all the gears and hopefully everything is smooth. All right, you guys, it's time to go for the first little drive. I did roll through all the gears, let the clutch out a tiny bit just to make sure the car moves in every single gear, and it does. So hopefully it doesn't pop out of gear. That is what I'm afraid of, it popping out of gear while we're driving. Hopefully that does not happen. This feels freaking crazy, you guys. It is so short. That is insane. Oh my gosh, was it worth the 6 hours though? I don't know, but man, it feels freaking crazy. That feels really good compared to my sloppy stock shifter. My stock shifter did have the upgraded like rear mount bushing on it, but yeah, this feels crazy different. Holy crap. Oh my god, this feels crazy. Holy crap. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. And it was only like $100 something bucks. Seems to be staying in all the gears. There's a little bit of rattling noise though. That's probably the reverse lockout. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a little annoying, but shit. These crazy shifts, man, they feel nuts. Yeah, I might have to do like POV driving during the day so you guys could like, I don't know, see it better somehow. Oh my gosh, this feels freaking crazy, seriously. It feels nuts. I'm shifting so fast, dude. Okay, this might have been worth the 8 hour or 6 hours that it took for me to do this. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Well, there we go, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.